Okay, so basically today we are going to talk about workflow and flow or workflow, whatever you call. But the workflow is basically now the legacy product, but it is still available. And flow is the new thing where we create the automation for any type of process inside ServiceNow. And though there are a lot of things which comes under flow, so on newer version we are calling it as a workflow studio, where lot of things is added like playbooks, flows, subflows, or the trigger actions, decision tables, operations, and integration detail as well. So all those were part of flow. So they have basically considered or added everything in a single UI that is called a workflow studio. Okay.
Okay, like how did you come to this page, bro? Actually.
Yeah. So how we can come? We can directly search workflow studio here.
Okay. Like I mean, flow designer also used to be there, right, earlier?
Now flow designer will also take you here only.
Okay.
That is also available. So it will redirect you to workflow studio only.
Okay, bro. Now it is, I mean, workflow and flow designer were not there. Like now the terms is like workflow studio. Now currently it is using, right?
Yes, in workflow studio there is playbooks, flows, subflows, triggers, actions, decision tables, operations, integrations. So this is the home page where it takes for flow. Okay, and if I type here workflow also, that will also be visible, but that will also open this where is workflow. You can go because existing workflow is there inside a ServiceNow. Like who older client will be there, they will be already using this flow. But from ServiceNow, they have told that this will be a legacy product from last version. They have told, like, or this version I think. So it was mentioned like it would be legacy thing. So whatever new things has to be created, that has to be created using workflow studio. See, for new use cases, workflows, use ServiceNow workflow studio. Workflow studio is a low code alternative to workflow editor. Okay.
Okay, bro.
And there we can configure, we can create the flow, playbooks, or many other things, because everything will come under flow only. There also we have to create the flow for doing an automation there also.
Okay.
So now we will talk about homepage. So homepage will display these all things: flows, playbooks, subflows, trigger actions, and on right side we will see what is the last updated flow. That will show you what is the latest update you have performed. That will be showing on the right side. Okay. So something I have updated flow, so 4 days ago, so it will tell when was the flow updated last and when was the last thing I have worked on. So it will show everything here.
Like history you are saying, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, here you can see like the flow which you were working last, or what is the last update you have done on what flow. You can see all the details here. Okay, and here the resources will come. If you scroll down, resources is like this will redirect you to ServiceNow sites or the ServiceNow URL for product documentation, community, videos, COE, and the developer portal. It will redirect you towards ServiceNow resources. Okay.
Okay. At the top one latest updates is like ServiceNow like has done something on the workflow studio, that is the update they are giving here.
Yes, they have something has updated on backend that is showing here.
Okay, okay.
So these are flow or subflow maybe. So if I click here, so this is a flow. Some modification happened in the upgrade. For that purpose,
Okay.
this update is captured here. Here you will see the update related to
By
the
done.
flow which I have modified.
Yeah,
User,
yeah.
logged in user. Here we will
Yes,
see
yes.
the system update. Who has done what update latest. Okay.
Okay, okay. Yeah, okay.
And this will show the detail with related to current logged in user only. This will show the detail from complete system who has updated last. Okay.
Okay, bro.
Yeah. If suppose I will open this flow, I will click on edit. I will do activate. Okay. Now let's see. Okay. So I have click on done. So there was mandatory field, that's why it didn't save. So now it's saving. Okay, it is activated now. Now let's see what changes will happen here. Now it's updated here and the update is coming here as well. See?
Okay, okay, okay.
Okay, this is the whole system update. Whoever will do the update, that will show here. And these three
Like
things
the latest update will be shown to everyone, or like you have done something on your system, will that shows to everyone
this
the
will
latest
show to
update?
everybody as it is.
Oh, but I mean, I'm say I have, what is my doubt is here, like you have done few seconds ago in the latest updates, right? In this latest updates that you have modified something, will it come to there in my system also, like you have done, not
Yes,
me?
yes, here I will see. This update will be seen to everybody in the system.
But that catalog item will not be there in, I mean, that flow which you have created will not be there in my system, right?
In your system means in ServiceNow instance, there would be already. ServiceNow
Okay.
system, there is flow. It is not deleting the flow from here.
Mm-hmm.
System
I
means
mean,
what? System means what you are referring.
like what I am thinking is the top session pick where you left off there. It
This
is
section
like
will come for the user session only. This session will come for everybody. Same as it is.
okay.
This will not be visible same to everybody.
Okay, okay, bro.
If some another developer will be there in this system, he will see these all changes. He will
Okay.
he will see flow also, but he is not updating that flow.
Mm-hmm.
Multiple developer can work in one flow itself. For that purpose only this thing came.
Okay.
Flow will be available to everybody. Anyone can update who is having the developer role like admin.
Yeah, I understood. Okay, bro, I understood. Actually, what is my doubt is if you have created your flow for your thing, you are saying like system means kind of one project. In a project, everyone can access all the
Yeah,
things which is
everybody can
happening.
access everything in flow if he is logged in with same system.
Understood, bro,
He can see
understood.
everything in the system. I am also seeing everything in system right now, but these are all not created by me. See here.
Yeah, admin. Understood.
But I am seeing everything because I am a developer. I can modify anything in the system.
Mm-hmm. Okay, bro.
Now homepage will have these all things. Under operations, it will show the executions or the monitoring of the flow which we have created. So it will show all the details. Under monitoring, today executions, active playbooks, 30 plus playbooks, activity actions we can see, trigger definitions, activity. So this is the update basically. What is the update happening on playbooks, and this is related to flow. We can see what are all the active flows, what are all the execution flows, what are the active flows which are running already. So you can see everything here. So this is related to flow. Previously it was related to playbook.
Like, what is the difference between playbook and the flow?
Playbooks is separate thing actually. That is not a flow. Inside playbooks there are a lot of things comes while creating the playbook is separate thing. So
Like,
playbook,
is the playbook kind of template?
no, it is not a template. Playbook, we have to create playbook. We have certain steps that has to be added. So
I mean, what is the use of like flows? Is like we are guiding
it is
something
having
to happen by
set
the
of
flow.
activities to be performed by the customer or the user. So that is playbook activity.
I mean, the flow will also comes the same way, right, bro?
Yeah,
Like,
because
what is the
we can create the flow for playbook as well. That's why it is playbooks are added here.
I mean, what is it? What is my doubt is what is the difference between two? Actually, flow means we are guiding some process to happen like this, like
Yeah,
after this
in
trigger.
same inside playbook also flow will be used.
But what is this? Where is the scenario like where playbooks are used?
So playbooks is the generic requirement. If customer is looking to have that UI or the requirement where the input has to be asked on certain steps, some steps has to be followed from user's perspective. So that UI is completely different. If you want to see, I can show you how playbook looks.
Okay.
Okay. Playbook example, where is the So this is the activity which user will perform. Select a primary indicator in this setup. So we have to user will select this primary indicator and then he will select next step, then he will go to next step. So this UI is separately added for the users to perform.
I have one more doubt, bro. Like, in SRM also, like, you have shown the similar thing, right? We have what all
SRM.
it is. Sorry, service request.
So there is, this is, that is different thing. This is different thing. That
Okay,
we don't
okay,
have sequence of activities asking from the users.
okay.
There we are
Here,
entering
like, kind
everything
of,
and submitting at a once. Here we have
like,
sequence of activities.
okay, okay. Okay,
Suppose,
like kind of virtual agent, how we
no,
ask for a question, that is also completely different.
no,
Okay.
virtual agent is separate thing. That is the chat functionality, where you will be chatting
Mm-hmm.
with the predefined object or the real
Yeah.
time agents.
Mm-hmm.
And here it will have sequence of activities which will be keep on updating this way.
Okay.
This is the set of activities has to be performed. This is upgrade management guide. Suppose I will click on test. This is something like checklist. There is a set of checklist which needs to be followed, and then every
Mm-hmm.
checks are performed, then final
Then only
submission
we
is
get
done
the name.
for the record.
Okay. Like, I mean, where the record will be created once we submit it in the playbook? It is like how we are generating the sequence. We can create a record in the instant as well, you are
Yes,
saying.
yes, the record can be an incident or anything inside system.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Let me check if I have any sample here. It's not added here. if you see here, this is one of the sample. So this way the playbook will look. Here if you see, there is playbook experience, it is for creating new interaction. Similarly, it can come for incident also. So there will be 3 tasks under assign, 2 tasks under create, review and update. There are 4 tasks, and those things are ticked mark and everything is fine on those. Then the further record creation happens.
Okay, this is completely to the user you are saying, right?
Yes, it is completely user experience.
Okay, bro.
It's not enabled in my PDI. First of all, I think
Okay.
playbook for ITSM maybe, not sure, because it should show under SOW, but I think that is not enabled. So under homepage these all things comes, and under operations we can see the operations for playbooks and the flows, like how the things are happening. And under integration we can see all the spokes or integration related things. So mainly it is a spoke which will be visible here, and we can do
Spokes in
the
the-
setup and we can see the details.
What is meant by spoke, bro?
Spoke is the connector uh, for which the integration happens with that system. That is called a spoke.
Okay.
So there are lot of spokes in ServiceNow, and everything comes with some cost also.
Okay, now you can connect your ServiceNow to Docker, like that you are saying.
Yes, it is Docker. It has many more. It's just a sample they are providing.
Yeah, okay.
There are many more about, not only these. You have to configure, then this will enable in your system. You have to provide repository name, username, email, password, server address. Then you will be able to get the information.
Okay.
Okay, so this is for configuration. Some of the things are provided which you can perform in your PDI, but not everything, or fully working solution will not be happening basically.
Okay.
So this is sample, and it whatever integrations you will be performing using integration hub, that will be displayed here.
Okay.
Now coming here, so these are all 3 activities which will be visible under Workflow Studio, and we are having these activities. We will talk about flow, subflow, actions mostly in terms of Workflow Studio. Subflow is also these 4 things we will talk about in this flow Workflow Studio, because these are most commonly used. Playbooks and decision tables are very rarely used, so it comes when some complex thing comes in terms of decision tables. And playbooks depends on if the customer is looking for such kind of user experience for their user, then they can try to create flow inside playbooks as well. They can execute certain flow using playbooks input which will be provided from the user.
Okay.
And flows, if we talk, we can basically write a flow for any table in ServiceNow. We can define condition inside that, so that flow can be utilized for anything. And talking about subflow is such kind of it also has some flow activities, but subflow is generally called under flow. Suppose there are one subflow, we can use one subflow in multiple flows basically. Okay.
Okay, like can we? It is not standalone. You're saying, right?
What is not standalone?
Subflow is not. We can't use like solely.
So you
We
can
have
use
to use it.
flow. We already have flow for that.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Okay.
Why standalone is there flow?
Yeah. Understood, bro.
Subflow is the feature which they are providing so that it can be used for multiple flows. Set of
Okay.
activities can be added. Suppose there are 10 to 15 flow where some specific activity is same for all those items, so you will not create it 10 times separately.
Okay. Reusable purpose. We can use this.
Yes.
Okay.
And talking about actions, we have triggers also, but triggers is generally for basically creating certain type of, this is new thing which came, we can create a trigger and we can use it as a filter conditions or some schedule conditions we can add. For an example, if you see this schedule trigger is there, so I have some schedule that can be triggered on certain time. Okay, that thing can be used under this trigger part. Okay, and this trigger
Okay.
can
This
be,
has come in the latest jury update above.
yes,
Okay. Okay.
this trigger are basically, triggers can be used in flow as well as a condition,
Yeah.
and it has a scheduled condition if you see here. Talking about actions is like this is also a standalone thing which can be used in independently, which can be used inside flow also. So any purpose we can use the actions. Action is just like the server side execution that can be performed independently rather than flow or subflow.
Okay.
We can create an action for that. So it is having not set of activities, it is having single or like 2-3 times update can happen, like very smaller things or very smaller executions happens inside those actions part.
Bro, actually, if something needs to update, like when condition is true, in that scenarios we'll write the business rules or something kind of, right? Like, what is the difference between these two actions and that?
So that depends on requirement, what type of requirement you are having.
Okay, okay. And then it's in what scenarios like we need to consider actions.
See, already the actions is added here, and
Okay.
actions can be utilized under flow also, subflow also.
Okay.
Everywhere you can use the action. If once the action is created, that can be used in many places.
Mhm.
So if you see add comment part, we can define certain executions, error evaluation here. Okay, it is also basically called it as reusable actions
Mhm.
or specific operations we can use, or we can use like independently if something has to be done. Okay, and mostly the actions will be utilized uh, if some integration happens or some of the very specific activities under flow. So if you go to the flow, what are the actions here? You see add comment under ITSM spoke, right? Now I will open my flow.
And here under the actions, you can use the action which is already there in the actions tab you are saying. Right? No?
What?
Like in the under the actions part, you can use the action which is already there in the actions sub
Yeah, which is
actions tab.
there and it can be created also.
Okay, here ITSM spoke.
Okay, this is the installed spoke, this is the ITSM side. And now here you will see the action what we were talking. Add comment. So we can see that add comment. Let me search. See, this is coming under ITSM and we can add
Like
it.
if you are adding this under instant table, add comment block will be added also.
Yeah. So basically if action is created, that can be also used for a placeholder. Suppose you see here action, what input has to be taken. Input is comment and input from any task, basically not only specific task, it could be any task here. So they are talking about task basically here. So it is about any task in belongs to task table. It could be incident also there.
Yeah.
So if I search, see incident is also there, problem will also be there, catalog will also be there, CT. So this will show this such kind of action inputs which has to be required and it can be performed in that case. So you can create your own action also. So mostly it is utilized while creating the integration using integration hub, or like in flow if we are executing the integration side activities. And that also comes with the requirement. If requirement is there, then only we will try to use that.
Bro, I
If it
have
is
one
not
doubt.
required, then we can utilize the spoke and do the integration.
I have one doubt, bro. Suppose in some requirements, like user will mail to the customer support saying like something is not working, and it will create an incident in the ServiceNow. Okay, like if I request, like I need a Wi-Fi credentials kind of, it will create a request in the ServiceNow. Like for that, like how they are in for that also they are using like integration. In integration only they'll take the scope permissions. I mean they'll purchase the email configuration.
No, why they will purchase email thing? Email is already provided.
Like here,
Email is not a spoke.
like it is also integrating. No, like we are
No,
integrating
that
the
is
other
not an
third party.
integration. That is not integration. You are calling it integration, but that is not integration. You are sending some mail from some system to some system. It is going to that system. That's it. That is not an integration. If you are
How we
sending
configure?
if you are sending email from your Gmail to Hotmail or Gmail to any other company email, so it is you are just sending the information. That's it. It's not an
No,
integration happening.
no, what I'm saying is sending an email, creating an incident and in the record.
Yeah, so that is not an integration. That is they are sending the email inside ServiceNow, and we are actually creating the things inside ServiceNow.
Yeah, okay.
It's not
Like we will
dependent on third party. He has sent the email, that's it. His thing is over. We are not doing any integration. We call it as an inbound email. We do not call it as an integration.
like integration means like can you tell me one
Integration
example
is like when you are connecting with two systems with each other permissions, with each other connectivity.
like can you tell me one example bro, like
So
Jira can we do the
yeah, so
integration?
Jira, if you are creating incident in ServiceNow, and in Jira we have to create the issue, so we can create it.
Oh, okay,
But
okay,
now
okay.
if I send back to you email, like create one different email from your Gmail, will it create it?
No, no, no.
Then it's not an integration.
Okay.
It's just information is coming to some mail server.
Okay, like can we, I mean, this be the use case like a user creating an email and it will create an incident, creating an incident in turn create a Jira ticket in the Jira, will it comes as integration?
That is integration only because we are involving third party integration.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay, we understood.
Gmail is not third party for anyone.
Yeah. Okay.
That is coming from mail server to mail server. That is not happening any integration. It's just the information is sent to another server. That's it.
Okay, okay.
From ServiceNow, I can access all the issues of Jira, but I cannot access your Gmail, all the emails. Can I access? No.
No, no.
Then that is not an integration.
Integration means giving all the permissions you are saying.
Not all the permission, at least we should be reading the information.
Okay.
Basic role is that only. You will be able to read all the data.
Mm-hmm.
But we cannot read the Gmail data for anyone.
Yeah.
So as simple. And integration can be done from web service also and from integration hub also. If company want to purchase, they want to spend money, they can purchase Spoke. Otherwise, integration will happen using REST message or the scripted REST API.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so next what we have to do, we have to basically create the flow, subflow, or the actions. We will see in our next class that. Okay.